Hey, let's talk math. I'm Becky, the doodling homeschooler with A Better Way to Homeschool, and I wanted to talk to you about teaching our kids to understand numbers inside and out. So we're going to talk about this and some fun ways to work with numbers, dice, decks of cards, or even number of the day style worksheets. Make this easy, quick, and fun, something that you repeat over and over and over. We want our kids to understand that any number is either odd or even. They should know how to plot their number on a number line. They eventually will know whether it's a prime number or a composite number. They should know how to write the word or write the number in standard form, which is just the digits, word form, which is writing it out with letters, or even understanding expanded notation where 143, they see that's 100 plus 40 plus 3, that's expanded. That they can express numbers in different ways, like how many quarters are in that number, or how many jars of salsa would it be if it's quarts or gallons. Just playing with numbers, understanding that they can take a number and they can multiply it by 10 by slapping a 0 on the end of the number, or by 100 by slapping 2 zeros on the end of the number, or by understanding if you start with a number, they can quickly and easily know what 10 less is or 10 more. Just the idea is to play with a number. So the way that I learned to do this by a friend that I taught in a math class with for a short period of time was she would give her kids, her students, a math number of the day checklist. Now I have them for middle school and for younger kids, but the idea is the same. You take any number, and that's why I love dice. That's why kids love dice. Younger kids get 1 die. Older kids might get 2 or 3 or 10. I'm going to pick them up just like, excuse me. So what they do is they would roll a number. I'm just going to set them here. And I'm going to pick up, and I'm going to show you that this number rolled out to be 463. So randomly, I rolled a number, and I write that number down as 463. For this exercise, I am going to just use 2 die. I'm going to roll another number magically, and I am going to roll the number 6 and 3. So we're going to play with just that number 63 so that you can see how this works quick and easily. So the very first thing on a math number of the day or on your checklist is that your kids can look at a number and identify whether it's odd or even. Is 63 odd or even? That's right, it's an odd number. So on a piece of paper, or just as you're talking casually over Cheerios or looking out the window, you see a number on the street and you say, hey, look at that number, is it odd or even? So you identify where that is in that aspect. How to plot a number. An amazing skill for kids is to be able to draw a number line and to plot their number on a number line. This is something that's great for counting, for subtracting, for addition, but also just understanding where a number falls. So if I was going to create a number line for this number, I would create a number line like this, and then I would create my little hashtags to show the halfway mark, and then I would create, so 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, and I would plot that number in the correct spot on the number line. Prime versus composite numbers is a higher level learning thing for kids. A prime number is a number that it only has 2 factors, 2 numbers that you can multiply together to get to that number. A prime number is a number that has the factors of 1 and itself. So when I look at this number, I need to identify whether it's prime or composite. A composite number would have multiple ways to divide that number apart. And I can easily see that this number you can divide both the 6 and the 3 by 3. So I know that 63 has a multiple of 3. So that would mean it's a composite number. It's not a prime number. That's a higher learning skill, something that they'll get to between 4th and 6th grade, depending on where they are. 63 can also be, this is the standard form, that's using digits. The word form would be 63. In math, that little hyphen is used when you're talking about numbers like 63, 54, 97. Okay, you use a hyphen to show those numbers. And then expanded notation would be 60 plus 3. So what you do when you're working with this number of the day is you are playing with a number in a way that you are exploring it. So maybe you give them a handful of goldfish and you show them, or you ask them to show you 63. Maybe you give them a handful of Legos and you say, build me something with 63 blocks. The idea is to get super comfortable that this is not just a squirrely line that looks kind of like a foot, and this is not just a B that's missing a line. It's understanding that that 63 has a lot more meaning than just a simple number. So does that make sense? Have fun teaching your kids about numbers by using a number of the day mentality, the same way that you might pick a word of the day to integrate and grow their vocabulary. You can use a number of the day to show them that they really know a lot about numbers in general. And as they get older, you can randomly select a number and then you randomly roll 2 more dice or pick 2 cards, and then you can multiply that number by random numbers. So you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, but you're just starting from that same number of the day. And get creative. Maybe you choose their age, maybe you choose their birth year, maybe you choose the number on your house, maybe you choose your zip code. Just touch and feel and explore numbers so that your kids get a solid foundation of numbers in general. And if you want access to the number of the day worksheets, the links are in the description. Hey, if you like these doodling and talking and teaching and sharing videos that I am doing, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time.